Hello, welcome to the Crack Cook. I'm Becca, and this is my subtle, not so subtle way in saying that I am running out of toilet paper. Every time I go to the shops, there isn't any, so I hope you're having better luck than me. Anyway, welcome to the Crack Cook. I am going to attempt to cook a easier recipe than the last, because that took an hour and I failed miserably if you saw the pictures. And this is going to be a much easier recipe with only a few ingredients. So I'm kind of fingers crossed I'm going to nail it. I can only go upwards from here. This isn't a cooking show because it'd be a very bad one if it is. It's just something to help cheer you up and make you smile through this challenging time that we are all experiencing. So I'm going to get... The reason why I chose banana bread is I have a friend called Andy and he sent me a funny picture and I thought, yes, that's what I've always loved a banana bread, except this one is paleo, vegan and gluten-free, of course, and it's all about healthy eating on this show and trying to come up with different recipes that my son and obviously the whole of us as a family. So I'm going to get going because I want to make sure we fit it in the half an hour. I'm going to move these babies out the way and let's get going. So I'm actually going to attempt as well to do flax eggs. Apparently flax eggs is an alternative to normal eggs. So if you do have an egg allergy, this is actually going to be a good alternative for you. So I'm going to get this bowl and apparently we need 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal, which I've got here. So I don't know how this works. All I know is that apparently we put it in the fridge for 15 minutes and it hardens and we'll have to see how it goes. So we need 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and 6 tablespoons of water. How is everyone going at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think we'll mix that around. Now, excuse the attire. I am pretty much living in my gym gear because I have a little tip for you. Especially, obviously, in Australia, we're allowed to go out just for certain things. So that's like emergency food, if we have to go to work, and exercise. So, if I'm in gym gear every day, it reminds me to go out, but then if I'm out and I'm just walking along or I just decide to go to the cafe and get a takeaway, if I see a person, I can just start doing some squats or something, you know, some exercise so that I am doing something I'm allowed to do. So this is a great idea, right? Now, I don't think this is right either. I can't believe I've just started and it doesn't look like this is going to be the right thing. I'm just going to put some more water in. Good start, Beck. Good start. I just don't understand. I'm sure it's meant to be sort of a bit more wet. Maybe I put too much flaxseed. Or I don't know. I'm sure it's meant to be a bit more wet than that. If people are wondering if they've seen all the shows, if I am really this bad, it's not for show. I am really bad. I stick to things like that I know are quite easy, like spaghetti bolognese, which is just the meats, the tomatoes and the pasta. But I just don't understand how this is meant to look. But anyway, I'm just gonna... I think I've put more in than I should, but anyway, let's just give it a while. Into the fridge it goes. I've had the kids here all week and it's my first day without them. I have the weekend to myself, so I will do the shows on the weekend and it's just me for the week. And luckily I've got you guys, otherwise I might be going a bit batty. Okay, let's turn on the oven, I believe. Let's stick this on. Okay, we're on to the next thing. Preheat the oven, done that to 180 Celsius. We're going to grease the loaf pan. I had to buy this one, especially Jamie Oliver. Please do me some justice. Is that even the right word? Please do. please help me become a good cook, I probably want to say. It actually says on here, with its quality non-stick interior, this great loaf tin will have you turning out perfectly baked bread. He obviously hasn't met me then. Maybe one day, maybe he can give me some lessons. How about that? All right, so I probably should wash it. And I have already washed my hands before I started, so I just want to save a bit of time. Okay, so grease this. So I'm assuming I need some butter for that. Okay. Now, are you looking after yourself? Are you boosting your immune system with different things? I actually have a story to tell you about my immune system. Shall I do it now? Let me just finish this part and then I will tell you the story. But I do know some ways to boost it. So we have a nutritionist on board Life School, and she's actually written an article for a magazine that I'm busy working on so that we can help families through this awful time. And she said the 3 things that we need to be looking at are vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. So they're the 3 supplements that would be really good for you. And of course, there is dancing, movement. There is also laughter, like bringing comedy into your world. My kids love Mr. Bean, so we put that on. But anything to really get you belly laughing and really laughing out loud is going to boost the immune system. So there's a few little tips for you, and I'll tell you my story in a minute, but let's get going with the dry ingredients now. All right, they've asked for 2 cups of blanched almond flour. Now, I went into 3 different stores, couldn't find it, and then I found it in Harris Farm, but it was $24.99 or $25 or something like that for a size like this. I even got the lady to go and check it out because I was like, are you kidding me? A bag of this is like $24, $25. And she came back, she goes, yeah. So I got an alternative because as a single mum, there is no way that I can afford $25 for some flour, but I got banana flour. And I thought, whoa, banana cake, banana flour. Does that mean that it's going to taste even more banana-y? We don't know, but we can always check it out. So I've never used banana flour, didn't even know it existed. This was about $10, so a bit cheaper. 2 cups we need of that. Oh, here we go. Look, all over the edge. I'm hoping I don't make as many mistakes as the last show because that was actually quite embarrassing. That I think nearly everything went wrong. Did go wrong, didn't it? Oh, it smells a bit funky, me and my funky smells. But at least I've got my sense of smell because apparently that is actually a symptom of coronavirus, is you lose your taste and your smell. So luckily I've got that. All right, 2 cups of banana flour, and hopefully I won't miss any ingredients this time. I'm going to use a sweetener. Now, I've never heard of monk fruit before, but apparently this is an amazing sweetener. I think it's used in the Chinese medicine, and it manages diabetes and inflammation. And I got this actually from one of the big grocery stores, so Coles or Woolies. I think it was maybe $8, but it actually smells okay for once. And so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this. One teaspoon of baking powder. I know my baking powder now, right? And I didn't even use it last time because it's still in its thing, and now I've me and opening things too, right? There we go. Teaspoon. I can't believe I've already been going 10 minutes. 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. A quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Remember, I just guessed. Okay, that's the dry ingredients. And then it says combine them. Now, I still don't have a whisk, so I'm just going to use a spoon. So, my amazing immune system story. So, ever since I was a child, I would always get sick, right? And we're talking tonsillitis, flus, colds. I reckon I'd had like 8 to 12 sicknesses ever since I was young, up until about 3 years ago. And I just didn't know, like I literally every year would be ill. And then when I started learning about coaching and life coaching, I found out this thing, it was called the secondary gain. And what is it that you get out of something? And when I realised that by being sick, I got out of living, or I got out of being a mum, I got out of, I guess I had a really quite tumultuous childhood from the age of 12 to 22, which is actually quite a fair whack of my life. Yeah, so that is a big part of my life. And I guess, sorry, I don't want to get emotional when I think about it, because it wasn't nice. There was a lot of things that happened during that time, but I won't go into it now. So basically, I just got out of living, and I found this out, and then I realised the power of your thoughts over your immune system. And to cut a very long story short, is that I actually haven't been sick in over 3 years, and that's like no viruses, no colds, no nothing. I've had, when I got really down last year, I have a really strong gut and mind connection, so I did get some gut issues, but I can honestly say it is like a miracle. But whenever I start to feel like I'm getting something, like you know how sometimes you wake up in the morning and you start to feel like you're getting a sore throat or something like that, I tell myself I'm healthy, I drink some water, and the next sec disappears. Now, I know you're probably looking at me going, you're so woo-woo, that doesn't happen. I can honestly say, hand on heart, sorry, that happened, and it's happening. And it's not to say that I'm not going to get sick, but I want you to know that the power of the mind over your body, the connection, is so powerful, and it's really why I'm holistically healing my son, because I believe that it's a soul, body, emotion, feeling, everything is all connected, and there's so much research out there, so you can heal yourself with the mind. I truly believe that, as well as looking after your diet and nutrition. So anyway, that was a very kind of deep story. Sorry about that. And I will do the wet ingredients now in a separate bowl. But I hope you took something out of it, right? And I would love to hear your stories. So if you have a similar story, please share it on the website. I would love to hear it. So we need to do half a cup of coconut oil. Oh, okay, I need to put it in here. I think that's about right? Just guess, right? Doesn't matter if it's non-exact. Okay, that's the coconut oil. Well, I'm sorry for the heavy story, but you weren't expecting that. I need to do the mashed bananas. Okay, so I never knew this about bananas, but I found this out in Coles, that the browner they are, the better they are for cooking. So do I just stick this in here like this? Yeah, and if they're green, they're not that great for eating. I only found that out recently, as you do. And it says melt the coconut oil, and I've just kind of put it in there. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Okay, flax eggs as well. I don't think they've been in there long enough. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's currently eggs, an equivalent of eggs. And then whisk together. I still don't have a whisk, so I'm going to use a fork. All right, let's get this done. So I want this show also to be about positive news stories, because there's too much negativity. I'm trying to mash the bananas. There's too much negative in the media about all the stuff that's going on. And it's full of fear, and it's just so hard to. I mean, I don't watch it. I don't have a TV that's plugged up to any station, so we just have the TV for videos. But I just know that it would just be awful what's going on around the world. So I want you to know that this show is all about bringing you as much positivity and positive news stories as possible. And I actually had a couple this week. One was about the Uber offering, I think it was like 10 million rides to health workers. So good on you, Uber, well done. And then there was a guy, like a billionaire, or was it his name's Andrew Twiggy or something like that? Oh God, am I doing this right? Andrew Forrest, is it? Who was donating 160 million to whoever it is that's dealing with the COVID-19. I wonder how they come up with these names anyway. Good workout for the arms. Good workout for the arms. I'm still not sure how. You know what I've missed? Vanilla extract. Whew! I remembered you sitting there on the camera going, you've forgotten something. And we need 1 teaspoon. That will do. Okay, here we go. It's resembling a wet mixture. So that's 2 good news stories for you. Still not resembling probably as it should, but hopefully the end result will look like banana bread. We can only hope, right? All right, so after this, I'm mixing it with the dry ingredients, and then I just pour it into the pan, and there's your uncle. Whatever that saying is. Bob's your uncle? I don't even know what that means. I actually don't know though. It doesn't look wet enough, but I don't know how that's going to go in here. Just entertain yourself for a second. Oh. I'm sure that, you know, last time I recorded the show, it took me about 45 minutes to tidy up. This does not look wet enough. Oh God. What shall I do? And it smells again weird. But anyway, we're gonna keep going. We have to keep going because I am determined to have one show where my dish comes out just like the picture. Wouldn't that be amazing? And I will. I actually wonder if I could end up being like the cracking cook, right? Like someone could come and give me lessons, and I might surprise you one day, and just come out with some beauty. I think I need the right apparatus, but I don't have the money to buy anything right now. This is not resembling any kind of bread. Maybe I need to stick something else in. God, it's giving my arms a workout. Do they look muscly? I actually need a break. I'm actually coming up with a sweat. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. This is why you have a whisk, right? I'm going to dedicate this show to all the amazing people, all the nurses, health workers, delivery drivers, childcare workers, all these amazing people that are still working and allowing like life to continue a little bit as normal, and also obviously saving lives. And just thank you all so much. I feel like one of the lucky ones at the moment because I have a purpose, and I think when you have a purpose and you're mission driven, it keeps you focused. Because I'm on my own here right now, like the kids are not here. I could be going stir crazy, but I'm channeling all my energies into getting Life School off the ground, to a couple of other exciting projects off the ground. And I really think that if you have purpose and meaning in your life, these things can't affect you, like as in the crisis can't affect you, because I think I would be going a bit crazy if I didn't have it. All right, so it's not really looking like a batter, but I might just stick a little bit more in, and what does it say? Combine and pour into the grease. See, I just don't think it's looking like it's meant to go in there. I haven't mixed anything, have I? Speak now. How can I mess up banana bread? All right, well, I'm not going to waste any more time because I've put all the ingredients I meant to. Or maybe shh. Maybe I'll do that. Just stick it in my hands in it and mix it. like kneading? Is this called kneading? And I'm very aware of the time because I don't want the camera to cut out, but I've got like 5 minutes until I have to go to a break. Oh God! Oh, seriously. All right, I'm just gonna whack it in and see what happens. I'm sure that's but I won't go there because this is a family-friendly show. Okay, let's just stuff this in. Okay, let's see what happens. Gordon Bennett. Who is Gordon Bennett? I have no idea. All right, so let's stick this bad boy in the oven. Okay, Jamie Oliver, your pan better do some magic. Okay, I am gonna, actually, by the way, that has to go in for 45 to 50 minutes. And maybe something miraculous will happen. I am gonna go to a break, and when I come back, I'm gonna tell you about these books, and I'm going to have my dance. So, see you in a minute. Hey, welcome back to The Crap Cook. I'm Becca, your host, and extremely bad cook. So I think that what should I say? Should I call it bread, banana bread? Or should I just call it a big mess? Anyway, it is time for the dance. Yay! As you can see, I love dancing, and I'm really struggling though to find any royalty-free songs. I know that Mark Olson gifted us his song, and I spent like half an hour trying to find a song on YouTube that I could use, and they were all pretty bad. So unfortunately, this is the best of a very, very bad bunch. But still, it's music, it has a beat, and we can move. So here we go. If you can get ready. This one is called BB Holt, and it's made of something, and I'm not sure if it's too loud. Ah, my children's balloons. You can have balloons, you can get dressed up. This one's got his tongue out and he's winking. I think there's another one somewhere. Ah. Hey, this one's got sunglasses on. Woo! I hope that you got it. I hope that you're dancing. Ooh. I didn't really listen to this one, so I have no idea what to expect. Did you learn any moves from me last week? I haven't learnt any more today. There's the, what is it? It's the, how does it go? The sprinkler? No. How does it go? How does the sprinkler go? Oh, there's a kind of like there's the person in the box. No, that's not good. I hope the words of this song aren't rude. If you hear any rude words, just cover your kids' ears. Woo! You could do some actual fitness. Actually, I've got my fitness gear and I should probably do some fitness moves. I've just trodden some banana. Whoa. I hope you're all dancing. Actually, what was the Zumba move I used to do? I used to do this Zumba move. Except I can't do it on the other side. Anyway, it's all about just having fun and moving. And wow, that was an actual short song. Woo! How are you feeling? Good, huh? Yes. It was funny because my boys yesterday, my friend Jasper did this thing on Facebook called How to Dance Like an Idiot. And it was very funny. And my boys were joining in with brooms and yeah, it was so good. So get the kids involved. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. Get the kids involved where you can with dancing. It's such a great activity to do with all of the family. So, actually you can't see this. Can you see on my toaster, there is, I got this toaster and within one day I had burnt the side off because it was like this and I was cooking something on the pan and I literally burnt the side off the toaster. Yes. Prep cooking every single way. So I might just talk about the reason why these books are here. As you know, I like to talk about books that I read. I aim to try and read a book a week. Sometimes I can actually get through 2. I'm a very fast reader. I learned how to speed read when I was younger. And it's just a good way of being able to get through lots of books. I've got a bookcase there with, I don't know how many are in there, but I love to read and I can't just get them from the library because I feel like I need to keep them. Anyway, this book here by Dr. Gabor Mate, I think it's Mate, it's called Scattered Minds. As you know, the premise of this show as well was to shine the spotlight on diagnosis of ADHD and things because my son was diagnosed with it. And I'm testing out different theories to see how to holistically heal him because I don't want to medicate. Medication is great for certain things, and I don't judge any parents at all for doing it because the system's broken. But it's really about, that's a band-aid solution, and long-term effects, we don't actually know what they really are yet. I know that some of the books I've been reading talks about adrenal glands or something being affected and lots of other things, and I won't go into that now. But this amazing gentleman has a theory, and basically he said it's not an inherited illness at all, it's a reversible impairment and developmental delay, and a lot of it's actually caused by when the kid is young, traumatic sort of incidences or high stress in the families. And I know that in my family, me and my husband at the time were very stressed, and at the time that all this happened, which was when he was 2 3/4, I had my other son and I was in a really bad way. My husband worked 6 days a week, so I understand his theory, and I've always had a gut feeling that that was part of it. But these children are sensitive anyway. So this is an amazing book. I'm actually still finishing it at the moment, but his work has really caught my attention, and I'm going to be testing that out. And this one here is Michael Singer's The Surrender Experiment. I read this recently, and my key word for this year was surrender. I choose a different word each year as a theme. It was surrender. So when I saw this book, and I think someone recommended it to me, I just felt like I needed to read it. And it is the reason, I think, as well, where I don't script these shows, because I'm surrendering to how it goes. And some shows are not going to be as funny as others. Some are going to be more deep. Some are going to be more sort of life coaching. And I'm just surrendering. And I'm taking a leap of faith with everything I'm doing. And I have done for a few weeks and for a few years. And I'm taking a leap of faith right now and doing this show. It's out of my comfort zone, but you put yourself out there to try and make a difference in this world. And I highly recommend this book, just about surrendering to whatever life has in store for you. Being kind along the way. Kindness is one of my biggest values, and I'll talk about that as well on another show. So there is my 2 book recommendations. I am now going to take another break while we wait for the bread to finish baking or cooking. I know in the last show I kept saying it was cooking and it was baking, but when you're a crack cook, the terminology is not there either, so don't judge me for it. All right, we'll see you in a minute, and I'm going to give you the banana bread, the best bread on the planet that you've ever tasted. Back in a minute. Hello, welcome back. I was kind of hoping maybe the chef's hat is what I needed to be a really good cook. Who knows? I found it in the drawer. So while the amazing banana bread's been in the oven, I did find out from a news article that apparently toilet paper and pasta and all the other stuff that's vanished from the shelves is going to be in stores next week. So I might be in luck. I might not have to use kitchen paper. I might not have to use kitchen paper or newspaper after all. Alrighty. And you know what else I noticed in the break? I am so sorry. If you have noticed my fingernails, I don't normally paint them, they're chipped. As you know, beauty salons are closed. I only ever really get my nails done anyway. I don't like the thought of having Botox and needles and stuff like that, so I've never had it done, and I don't think I ever will. I believe in going as natural as you can for as long as you can. Don't quote me this like in 20 years though if I've changed my mind. But yes, I'm kind of wondering how a lot of the women out there that do get all the work done, how they're coping. So I hope that you take this time to realise that it's not important, all of that stuff, and it's important that what's inside counts, and that's where your beauty lies. So I hope that you're not stressing too much. But anyway, apologies. So I'm going to take this bad boy out, and we're going to see how it is. And I'm going to put these gloves on. It actually smells good. So for once, something smells okay. Looks like something I'd see and you can't really see it. Can you see that? It looks like something I'd see outside on like the pavement. And I'm not talking about a turd. I think I can turn this off. And by the way, my oven doesn't smell anymore either, so I think it just needs like smells from cooking to help clear it, if anyone can remember my story. All right, so I'm gonna get this out so you can see it. Apparently you put it on a cooling tray. I bought this especially for the show. It was like $6. I thought I could stretch the budget. And I'm assuming that I just do that, right? Okay. Let's see how we go. Okay. Still quite hot. Okay. So quite a few crumbs have left the building. No, I still need to put this on. All right. This is when we go. If I go, drum roll. Roll the music. I can't even lift it up. Jeez. I don't think if this is any better. Oh. It looks like a brick of cork. It's held together anyway. It doesn't look very appetizing, but let's just see what we think. I don't know what kind of knives to use. I have no idea what knife you use for what, but it's just. Okay, well, well, it's holding together okay. What's that? What's that? I have no idea what that is. It looks like white string. Okay, but we've obviously got to have to taste it because that's what we do. I'm actually not that excited. Would you be excited? Oh, I don't want to burn my mouth. Lovely. That is the worst thing I've ever tasted. I got. Oh. It's just vile. I'm so sorry. I'm not even kidding. So, the banana bread. Another big fail. I really need to get somebody in. And on that note, if we're going to be in lockdown or whatever you want to call it, isolation, whatever you want to call it, for 6 months, and I do a show a week. That could be like another, and obviously we've done a month, so that could be like 20 shows. I'm not going to be able to carry this on for 20 shows because I had this vision of, like when we get out, like when we get the word that we are free, that I would do like this massive cool party here, right? And I had this vision of how I want it to be, and I was like, well, that's still a long way off. If it's 6 months, well, another 5 months. I mean, who knows? So how can I get guest cooks on? And somebody gave me the idea that maybe we could do like a Zoom call and somehow put it into the show. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's certainly something that I'm open to trying, because I don't think you want to see me bad cook for another 20 shows. And I'd love you to bring those really amazing, phenomenal healing stories that I know that are out there. So I will cross that bridge when I come to it. And I did actually forget to say who made this recipe, because I probably do have to do another apology. It's Armin at the Big Man's World. I'm sorry again for ruining your recipe. Maybe it was the eggs that failed me. I do not know. but it's just going in the bin yet again. So thanks for watching. I trust that you're doing as well as can be, and I've brought some light and sunshine into your lives. And lots of love from me, big hugs, virtual big hugs, because I haven't been able to give any except my children. And God, imagine how crazy it's going to be when we get out and we can hug people again. Ah, amazing. So all my love, and I'll chat to you very soon.